More primetime football headed your way dito sa Football Mania here on UFL On Active. Jason Webb kasama si Joan Ignacio. Game 1 of 2 games for today, done away with. Moving forward, dito na tayo sa ating pangalawang laro. Our match at hand for right now, it is going to be Pachanga Diliman kontra Nomads. Should be an interesting one. Let's talk about Nomads first. Nomads, one of those teams that have actually moved over into the first division last year.
Yes.
And trying to have a better showing this cup compared to what they did in the last cup, which was pretty decent.
Oh, pretty decent na rin. Especially since this is a team na hindi nakaka-train palagi together. Kasi dati, they're composed most of expats. Yun yung image nila dati. And ngayon, they have opened their gates to Filipinos and to other nationalities to fill in their ranks.
You know, kung titingnan natin, itong Nomads, when you compare them to Pachanga, you have to say, hey, itong Nomads, established power na to.
Oo, parang...
Kung i-compare mo para dito sa Pachanga.
Oh, ang tagal na kasi ng club nila eh. They're one of the, I think they are indeed the oldest club here. Kasi I'm talking about the club, not the players.
We're not talking about the age.
Yes, not the age of the players.
1914.
1914.
Diba? Well, they were the 2011 UFL Second Division champion. That's why they moved over to the First Division last year and then actually made it past the group stage nung nakaraang taon sa Cup and looking to do the same. Actually, looking to be on top of the group pag manalo sila dito.
Oo, and you know, they would have moved up actually to the First Division sooner were it not for Global's near perfect run that season. So yung Global, yung na-promote, sila hindi. Kaya itong team na to, gusto na talagang makapunta sa First Division League. Pero ang makakalaban muna nila tonight is Pachanga.
Well, speaking of ruling the second division, ang kalaban naman ng Nomads, ito naman ang nag-champion sa second division last year. They were able to rule it and really run away in the league in the latter part. So, ito naman, rising power. Itong makikita natin mula sa Pachanga.
And a fast rising power at that. Kasi ang team na to, last season lang ha, wala silang talo. They only had one draw. And the rest were wins.
Wow.
A near perfect season for them. Kaya sila yung na-promote.
And other than that, not only were they good already in the second division, they strengthened their team. Nagpalakas palalo itong koponan na to.
That's true. Actually, Pachanga could easily be one of the more controversial teams kasi dati ang mga teammates nila, mga galing kaya and then nagtayo sila ng sarili nilang team. But now, right after they were the champions na ng second division, they were sold. And so now, nag-merge ang mga core players ng Pachanga and Diliman.
Okay, so right now, we're actually going to have a chance para makilala yung dalawang koponan na yan. Just minutes away from kickoff here in our second game today. UFL has risen here in Marikina. At first time tayo nandito. And it's been a great day so far in terms of football. Wasn't that way para sa Santa Lucia, but that way kanina para sa Stallion.
And it's nice to see this area being used more often for football. Kasi actually dati, nasira tong field na to nung Undoy eh. So it's nice to see them using the pitch more often now.
A couple of teams that will be using the pitch for our second game are Pachanga and Nomads. Let's go through Pachanga first. For the Division 2 champion just last year, but a lot of new players being injected into that squad as well.
And you'll see some familiar names there, like si Hector Zagi. He used to be from Socceroo. Si Jason Conleaf naman is from the Guam team. Captain siya ng Guam national team. Sila yung mga new faces that you're gonna see, but you'll also see, syempre, yung mga standard mainstays ng Pachanga. Like Freddy Gonzalez, of course. Who could forget Freddy Gonzalez? And now they also have sila Ariel Zerudo. to beef up their roster.
But they're not the only team that has actually had people move out and into their team. When we look at this Nomads lineup, ganun din ang nangyari sa kanila. A lot of players have moved forward, but also they have also had some guys that actually have joined this team because it was quite surprising dahil ang dami ng movement sa parte ng Nomads.
Oo, syempre sa mga teams natin ngayon, they make full use of their transfer windows kasi they want to see how their players can properly gel with players from different teams kasi makikita mo yung iba-ibang strengths ng players that you will need to beef up your own roster. Parang naglalaro ka ng mga dream squad, mga games wherein you're in charge. Ang sarap sigurong to mix and match the players that you would like to have on your squad.
But one guy that has been a steady force para dito sa Nomads is actually right beside us.
Yes.
Jeff, what is wrong? Why are you beside us? Why are you
Why
not
are you
on the
playing?
pitch?
Unfortunately, I injured my arm back in April, so I've been had surgery in April and have been rehabbing for the last 6 months. So hopefully I'll be able to be back at the start of the league, but sitting out the cup for right now.
And so you said you'll be back on April? That's it? No, how long are you going to be away for?
I've been out since April, so I'll be back hopefully within the next month to start rehab starts and then get fully prepared for the start of the league in January.
But lots of new players, lots of guys actually also moving away. How does the team look right now for you?
The team looks to be in pretty good shape. We have a few absentees tonight, but going forward, we feel that we're real strong. We've gotten a couple of new players, and Aaron and Jason, who are real strong, but we still have the core still with us that are really functioning as our full unit.
I have a question about how you guys train together. We heard that there is a bit of a problem with the pitch. So how's it going now?
Well, it's we did have some problems with the pitch where we had to get it rehabilitated, but that's been fixed and the pitch is good. So we've been in good shape. But the real issue is that we have been summoned to the SEC for where they are searching for the immediate dissolution of our club, which means if we were to lose that case, we would no longer have a pitch, no longer have a club, and the 98 years of history that y'all were talking about earlier would be shattered.
Oh my gosh. Well, I hope that it turns out in your favor for the sake of football and for the oldest club here.
And Jeff, looks like your team is getting ready. We'll take a quick break. Thank you for dropping by and good luck in the case as well.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to a good game out here tonight.
Okay, thank you very much. Quick break, tapos malapit na ang kickoff ng ating second game. Back to Football Mania here on UFL on Active. Jason Webb kasama pa rin si Joan Ignacio. Really close to kickoff in our second game. John, quickly, both teams, former champions in the second division, now applying their trade in the first division after the cup. Similarities, what makes them different as well from one another?
Well, ang maganda nga sa dalawang kopanang ito, both of them emerged from the second division. Si Nomads would have done it sooner, but Global biglang pumasok sa eksena, so medyo natagalan sila. And then now, we have Pachanga, who also just rose up from the second division. And yun yung maganda sa Cup kasi here in the Cup, walang division. First division, second division, all of you meet each other. So it's also a chance for second division teams to get a taste of what it's like to play with the big boys.
And speaking of the big boys, we have Brian Phoenix as well as Anthony Suntay. Guys, Looks like it's going to be a great match ahead of us. What would be the keys for both teams, for each team for a victory today?
Well, actually, alam mo, Jason, very good question that you asked there. Nomads missing a lot of players today. Pachanga missing one, but that one is Freddy Gonzalez. So it's going to be a good matchup between these two teams, I think. And of course, for Pachanga, well, Pachanga, alam mo, pinagsama kasi yung Diliman and Pachanga. Yung Diliman, with the strike force that they have, plus Pachanga's 121 goals in the second division last time, talagang very, very star-studded, very potent in attack itong Pachanga team natin.
Yun ang sinasabi nga ng marami. No? Now that these two teams have actually come together, they're a more potent lineup. The problem here may be chemistry because these guys have not really been able to play before. So you've got two nucleuses coming together as one.
Pag sinabi mong chemistry, Nomads, of course, talagang ano sila, they're very close-knit together, they're practicing, practically growing up together, playing every week. So yun naman ang lamang ng Nomads against Pachanga.
At hindi lang yun, di ba syempre pag pinag-usapan mo naman yung kupunan ng Nomads, obviously itong kupunan na to has gotten to the first division, they play the big guns, they know how to play already with the bigger boys, so to speak. Ngayon, makikita natin how the other team, itong Pachanga, will be tested playing with the big boys.
Should be a very interesting Group C encounter ngayong araw na to.
Well, kickoff has just started.
And of course, Nomads with the green jerseys and the white shorts. Ang Pachanga naman, the light blue kit with the white shorts.
Medyo iba nga yung ating venue ngayon. We're at the Marikina Sports Park. And it's nice to be able to have UFL action in a different venue. Ang dami kasi mga fans na nagsasabi sa akin, bakit yung UFL nasa Rizal Memorial lang palagi? You know, for a lot of people, mas lalo na sa mga kaibigan natin dito sa Marikina area, it is a bit of a chore for them to be able to go all the way to Rizal. Ngayon na medyo lumapit na tayo sa kanila, nakikita natin napakarami mga fans that are here inside the stands. This is a mammoth stadium. So sometimes, you know, pag nakikita natin yung mga far shots, baka sinasabi nyo na hindi ganun karaming tao, pero marami pong tao, hindi nyo lang talaga nakikita kasi medyo malaki lang talaga yung ating stadium and people are, you know, spaced out all over the place.
Alam mo, para ma-prove nila na talagang marami o konting tao, buti pa, pumunta na sila dito. Come on over and watch the games. It's for free.
And at the same time, kung malapit po kayo, this is one of the rare opportunities to be able to see this match up close. Ang laban po natin ngayon sa gabing ito, Pachanga up against itong kupunan ng Nomads, nabanggit nga ni Jason kanina, na this is actually the oldest club. They don't have the oldest players, but this is actually the oldest football club we have in the country.
Imagine mo, 1914 pa lang.
You can see very quickly, makikita natin, umaatake na kaagad itong kupunan na naka-blue. That's Pachanga.
Hector Zagi, number 6, medyo natamaan nata siya ng Nomads player. Bit of a knock for number 6 na si Hector Zagi.
Well, he's up, he's ready, he's a tough fellow.
On your screens, Frizo Clock, ang backup goalkeeper ng Nomads. Yung starting goalkeeper nila na si Jeffrey Blake. Kanina ka-interview ni Jason and Joanne. Still recovering from that injury.
Well, they're going to say he handled the ball with his shoulder. Not quite sure about that call, but nonetheless, mapupunta sa Pachanga yung bola.
Pachanga missing Freddy Gonzalez today. Pero napakarami nilang weapons on the field.
Long ball, masyado na malakas at hindi makakontrol ni Zagi. You can see the frustration there in his face. Not able to control that pass.
Of course, Pachanga now known as Pachanga Diliman. Imagine mo yung championship team ng second division ng Pachanga, ni-reinforce mo pa ng second place ng second division, which is Diliman. Talaga namang superstar ang unit na to.
Ibang klase nga talaga yung lineup na makikita natin. You know, the only problem na talaga yung nabanggit nga natin kanina during the pregame is, you know, how quickly they will be able to play with each other. Yung pag-gel nitong dalawang nucleus ng dalawang teams. But obviously, as far as lineups are concerned sa papel, talagang wala ka talagang question doon sa lakas nila.
Sinasabi nga nila, ang larong football ay hindi nilalaro sa papel.
Sabi nga nila, on paper, this should be a rout. Easily, sinasabi nila na baka 4-0 daw ang magiging final score natin. Could be even higher, especially with the depleted lineup na pinaparade ng Nomads sa araw na to.
The Nomads missing no less than 8 players.
That was actually a very hard challenge.
Phil Connolly, Nomads, wearing jersey number 10, not very happy with that challenge.
Sinasabi niya, 2 beses na nangyari yun. But you can see the squad from Pachanga. Definitely the younger and quicker of the two teams.
On your screens, number 4 ng Nomads, Mark Johnson.
Little tug there ang sabi nung mga players ng Nomads pero walang tawag. Mapupunta sa Pachanga yung bola.
Will we see many goals tonight?
Yun ang inaasahan nila pero kita natin kung yun talaga yung mangyayari.
2 things here kasama ng Anthony. Unang-una napansin natin itong Marikina Sports Complex, yung football field dito, it's a bit narrow. Which may be to the advantage of Nomads.
They got a ball down here on the right side. There's a chance. Not able to chase it down.
Not even the speed of Paulo Enrile. Number 15 on your screens can track that ball down.
At ngayon makikita natin itong formation ng Pachanga.
Well, Jason Cunliffe leading the line. Surprisingly, the Guam international captain, si Ariel Zerudo, the top scorer ng Diliman on the left wing. Yves Ashime, a rock on defense for Pachanga.
Ayun, napakalakas talaga ng kanilang lineup. At makikita natin kung talagang itong malakas na lineup makakapag-generate ng mga goals na inaasahan nila. As far as Pachanga is concerned, gusto nila makakuha ng full 3 points dito sa larong ito. And again, you have streaking players from either side. That's where the young players of the Nomads are. Doon sa magkabila.
On your screens, number 12 na si Jason Arroyo. Can't get any younger than 19 years old. Sama Anthony.
Well, Nomads trying to play physical here. They've got a chance. But again, the much quicker defense up to the task.
Number 29 na si Luis Olenerf. Sana tama po ang pagbigkas ko sa iyong pangalan, Ginoong Olenerf.
I think it's right. And Olenerf there, pumasok na doon sa loob ng box and he's jostling for position.
Gosh, a narrow pitch can lead to throw-ins like that na hindi kalakasan, hindi kailangan malakas yung throw-in mo. But since maliit yung pitch, isang bato mo lang, it's already a danger ball.
Now just trying to clear that. Ang kupunan ng Pachanga. But still, and here they come.
May tulak sa likod on Osi Diop. Tulak mula kay Aaron Derama. Another Phil Britt na batang-bata rin. Now, Nomads are forced to play with these youngsters because halos kalahati ng kanilang starting 11, first choice starting 11 is missing due to injury or suspension.
Kaya pwede mo sabihin, parang team in transition ito. Though, of course, they're not really getting rid of a lot of their stars. But then, unfortunately for them, not a lot of them are available. Pero maganda na rin yun para makita mo naman yung mga youth movement and it's a chance for these youngsters to be able to play para mapakita naman nila kung anong pwede nilang gawin. A lot of times, they're just on the bench. And so right now, ito na yung kanilang pagkakataon.
Parang pinaganda mo yata yung sitwasyon eh.
Well, I've always been an optimist. Kaya, di ba, you always look at the positives.
Because pag kinakausap mo yung mga players nila, na I think we can tell it now, talagang very pessimistic sila sa larong ito. seeing that no less than 8 first-team players ay absent po sa larong ito. Steve Borrell, of course, red-carded last game. Jeff Blake, Nick Hacker, Sam Fogg. All of them unavailable today.
Yun ang sinasabi kasi nila minsan, it is as it is. Ganun talaga, wala ka na magagawa. And so, these are the cards that you're dealt with. It's either you just don't play the game or nandito ka na rin naman, maglaro ka na.
That's what they're doing now.
So far, a decent showing being shown here in the first 10 minutes of action. Pero nakita mo talaga yung bilis nitong mga naka-blue. The players from Pachanga.
Yan ang trademark ng Pachanga. One-touch passing. Alam mo kung ilang goals na score nila last time in Division 2 kasama Anthony? 122.
Pang klase.
Can you imagine?
And that's why they want to have a few here.
That is 122 goals spread in 22 games. So that is an average of a lot of goals per
A
game.
whole lot, yes. There's an opportunity here for Nomads. Able to save that before it goes out. Buhay pa rin, pero ngayon it's cleared.
Showing his inexperience on number 18 na Nomads, unable to track the ball down. Si Aaron Derama. Ozzy Diop not very happy.
Well, there's another violation from Connolly. This time talaga nahawakan niya with his shoulder. Handball ang tinawag, so it's going to be a free kick here now para sa Pachanga.
Just to add to that statistic ng Pachanga, the goals for, very impressive, 122. But the goals against is also very impressive. They only allowed 7 goals in 22 Division 2 games.
That's an excellent number there na pinakita nila.
Showing that they can score and they can also defend.
Pero yun nga, yung malaking tanong naman ngayon is, can you actually play with the big guns, with the big boys? Well, right now, itong Nomads has been able to do that. But they do not have their strongest squad in place. There's a shot. Rejected.
Stinging the pounds of free throw clock. Napakalakas na tira na yun. Onside.
No support whatsoever. They have to really move back. At lalabas yung bola.
And Ville was outside. Yun ang sinasabi natin, medyo narrow itong field as you see on your screens. Coach Mick Denison ng Nomads looking on. A bit of trivia, he has a son who's playing in the European Golf Tour. Kaya bukas na bukas din, ililipad siya papuntang Australia to watch his son, Danny Denison. At ngayong gabi, ito muna siya sa Nomads.
So football muna yung kanyang focus, tas bukas golf na.
Sabi nga niya it's either gonna be a long flight or it's gonna be a pleasant flight.
Makikita natin as far as his players are concerned, gusto nila na maging pleasant flight yun. It's not a very short trip to Australia. That's at least about 8-9 hours.
Kaya magandang
Saka wala
baon.
tang diretsong flight dun eh.
Dadaan pa siya sa ibang mga bansa.
Pumito na naman yung ating referee. It's going to be a foul this time against Pachanga. At nakikita mo, hindi naman nagmamadali itong kupunan.
One of the players ng Pachanga, Daniel Matsunaga. Lamang lang ng isang paligo kay Anthony Suntayan eh. Isa lang.
I wish. At yan, syempre, inaasahan ng mga fans na makapaglaro siya para makita naman nila na tumatakbo siya dito sa ating football pitch. But of course, they're happy that they see him there on the touchlines.
And he's an excellent footballer, si Daniel Matsunaga.
Brazilian yun, di ba?
He is a Brazilian. At we have a first card for today.
Another hard challenge na nakikita natin. Parang there's no love lost between these two teams who have come from the second division. Watch this big challenge once again.
Talagang, that's a yellow card. Kahit ilang beses pa ipalabas sa replay, walang kaduda-duda sa tawag na yon. We have a chance here for Nomads. Medyo may kalayuan itong bolang ito.
Watch his ball curling. Excellent opportunity, just not able to get his boot on it.
Aaron Durama trying to find one of his strikers, one of his players. Sabi mo, no love lost between these two teams, and I agree. 2 years ago, magkasama sila sa second division. Ngayon, maglalaro na sila in the first division.
Yan na naman si Matsunaga. Looking on intently.
Wearing jersey number 19 para sa Pachanga.
Well, if ever makakalaro yan, syempre sa second half naman natin makikita yan.
Unless forced to by Coach Bob Salvacion of Pachanga Diliman.
So what happened to Sakura? Di ba halos lahat yung mga yun na nasa Sakura? Di ba kanina si Fabio Ide naglaro din dito sa ating first game?
Well, that is part and parcel of the game ng football. Yung transfer at saka transfer window. Players are constantly moving from one team to another. On your screens, John Gutierrez, the team manager. Coach Bob Salvacion. Sabi natin, team chemistry is not a problem for Nomads. For Pachanga Diliman, alam mo, admittedly, sabi nga nila we are not the closest team yet.
But you know, as long as you have the talent, it's just a matter of time. And when they start to gel, ako medyo matakot na yung mga ibang koponan. You can see a lot of their passes are not yet crisp. Hindi pa alam yung galaw ng isa't isa.
Not yet. But pag nag-click yan, watch out na lang yung UFL.
Well, obviously, when you talk to them, they say that, you know, it's just a matter of time, and when they put everything together, they want to be able to tell the first division, you watch out because we're here to come and make a good debut. They're not just happy to make it to the first division, pero they want to be able to rock some feathers.
Sigurado yun. I think the timing of the change from Pachanga to Pachanga Diliman was a bit that got to some of the players because malapit na rin mag-season, mag-cup rather.
Well, I guess this is the time to do it. I mean, mas mahaba naman syempre yung ating league. And so now you test whatever you have dito sa cup, and at the same time then you tweak whatever you possibly can pagdating dun sa mas mahabang season natin.
Tama ka ron.
16 minutes gone dito po sa ating first half. Not as much action, especially here from Pachanga na ine-expect natin na talagang they should have been attacking the goal time and time again.
I think referee is going to reach for his card. Yellow card. It's a deliberate handball. Luis Infante. Coaches are not happy. Randy Muster is approaching the referee.
It'll be nice to see that on the replay if we possibly can. Was he? I think he was off 10 yards.
He was off 10 yards. I think ang tawag yata, I'm not too sure if it is because of he used the hands.
We'll see if we can check on that again. But here, there's an opportunity. And that hair just goes a little bit above.
Glorious chance para sa Pachanga Diliman.
Here it was.
Free kick na yan. Well, was it less than 10 yards?
Well, he did take a step forward, but at the same time, you know, when the shot was taken, actually, it looked like he had the required distance. And at the same time, if he didn't have the required distance, the referee would have told him to move back. Hindi naman siya pinaurong ng referee.
Bago itira yung free kick.
Opportunity here. No, the defense once again up to the task. At yan, solid talaga yung depensa ron.
Importante para sa Nomads to mga cards, yellow cards. in the game because aanim lamang ang kanilang subs on the bench.
Another long throw. Goalkeeper comes out. There's an opportunity.
High boot. Sa high boot. Alam mo yung throw dito kahit hindi long, magiging long eh.
Pwede na, pwede na. Nandun na nga sa gitna, ano?
Hindi mo kailangan ng isang Jason Sabio or Anton De Rosario para mabot sa gitna yung bola.
Well, actually, you know, kung tutusin mo naman, it's the same for both squads anyhow. Kaya tignan natin, it's a matter of who can actually try to take advantage of the playing conditions, the pitch.
Exactly, kung sino makaka-adjust the best and the fastest.
Trying to go wide. Enrile sends it forward.
Yves Ashime.
Boy, Ashime is really a rock there. That looks like a good pass. Flag stays down.
Free throw clock. Ikaw ay Nomads fan, eh, medyo kakabahan ka ng konti. Not the quickest to get to the ball. As you can see here. Not the quickest really. Alam mo, pagka ikaw yung talagang coach ng Nomads, just get the ball ready.
Right now, let's take a look at the formation ng Nomads.
Well, the back four is a solid one with Musters, Williams, and Johnson. Per the rest of the field, except for Patrick Connolly, medyo baguhan. Jason Arroyo and Aaron Derrama. Phil Britts there, making their debuts on national television today for Nomads.
Yan ang sinasabi nga natin. Talaga para sa kanila napaka-importante na makapagpakita ng anong pwede nilang gawin. You're on the lineup and you've been obviously dying to be able to play. Finally, you have a chance.
And how many times have we said that? Yung mga batang nagpakitang gilas nung injured yung original starting 11, hindi na bumalik sa bench because of their good showing.
Napakaraming beses nun, especially when we're covering the Bundesliga. Kaya sabi nila talaga ito yung mga pagkakataon mo na.
Live on national TV, no less.
Nice chip inside. There's an opportunity.
That is an example of Pachanga's 1-2 passing. Ang ganda ng pasahan ng bola, almost resulting to a goal from Pachanga Diliman. Look at this. Such a beauty to watch. Chest down. OC Diop trying to chip over Frizo Clock. That is a good chance there.
Ano yung reklamo ni Clock, ginamitan daw ng kamay ni Diop. But everything happened so fast, you know, in hindsight, maybe it looked like there might have been a violation, but swabing-swabe kasi yung ginawa ni Diop, talagang papasok lang siya
Pero you chip the goalkeeper, yung ganyang klaseng spasyo hindi na ganun kalayo, it's difficult. And especially with the height of Frizo Clock.
And that's true. You'll be better served going low.
Hit it low and hard.
So far, 20 minutes gone dito sa ating laro.
Si Luis Olenor trying to get possession of the ball.
Header's gonna go nowhere.
And
It's gonna be a goal kick.
Nomads has the height sa mga set pieces. You've got Musters, you've got Connolly rather. They are a threat. Pagdating sa mga free kicks and corners, I think they could use that to their advantage.
Foul ay tatawag. Ball back to Nomads.
So far, itong si Frizo Clock ang the busier of the two goalkeepers as we see a first look on Jason Cunliffe. Guam International. Kapitan po ng Guam team, ang Matao. Now playing straight in the UFL. What does that say about the UFL, Sam Anthony?
Tama yun. Wala pa rin po tayong score dito. Almost 25 minutes into this match. Diop. Quick turn. Ay, yung bola na yan masyado malakas para kay Enrile.
Anticipated by the defense ng Nomads.
So far, so good para sa Nomads. Alam mo, ang dami ng mga the critics are saying, easily, 2-0 dapat yung ating first half score. And right now, it's still 0-0.
Nomads have been good in maintaining their shape. Keeping it tight.
Talagang solid si Ashime dun sa likuran eh.
Talagang solid in more ways than one.
Literally and figuratively, ha?
Alam mo, isa si Yves Ashime sa mga taong ayaw ko makita sa madilim na kasada. Tama, Anthony. Samahan mo ako pag gano'n, ha? Medyo malaking tao na talagang menacing.
Mauna ako tumakbo sa'yo.
Pambihira ka naman, tulungan mo ako eh.
10 yards pa lang, di ba? Sabi nung referee, 10 yards away, di ba? Medyo naka 10 yards na tayo, biglang hataw na tayo di opposite direction.
Kailangan may referee na magtuturo sa atin ng 10 yards dapat. Yung distansya.
Hindi, siya yung sabihan niya.
Tama.
Hindi siya pwede lumapit ng 10 yards sa atin. So far, the goalkeepers have not really been tested from either squad, except for that one opportunity dun kay Diop. Players once again hitting the pitch.
Si Diop. May chance kanina. Denied there by Randy Masters, yung kapitan ng Nomads. Si Diop being the attacking midfielder ngayong araw na to.
Kita mo naman, itong kupunan ng Nomads right now, where they stand at 0-0 is a very good scoreline, especially with their depleted lineup here today. Kaya medyo nakikita mo, hindi naman sila nagmamadali.
So we have a lot of time to play, a lot of football to play.
Diop, nice pass over there to the side. Nice chip, the flag stays down.
Nakita mo, depensa ng Nomads, very quick to come down.
That was a poor cross.
Alam ng Nomads that they have to defend quickly. Nakita mo, in that area, at least 4 players tumutulong sa depensa.
Nice build up here by Pachanga. Kita mo talaga, hindi na sila nagmamadali.
Resetting the play. That is a good ball.
They're gonna get to it. Opportunity here for the cross. Nice move. The layoff, not enough.
Good call by the referee.
Talagang hindi lang talaga sila makakross na maganda. They've had so many opportunities, just not enough.
But Pachanga finally finding their groove.
And a yellow card is going to be given to Diop here.
It's a very interesting yellow card. Is it for complaining? Ganda ng move ni Octavio just to elude the defender. Handliff going down. Pero I think that would be very harsh kung tinawagan ng foul, I think. Pero Pachanga starting to impose their will dito sa laro nito. Nakita mo yung pasa na yan to Octavio. That takes vision. That takes awareness. Probably yung katagalan sa paglalaro with each other to be able to spot Octavio bearing down on that left side.
Here's a challenge from Diop. It was a late challenge and at the same time may siko pa dun sa taas. Just for good measure.
So kahit sa taas o sa baba, yellow card ang verdict ng referee.
Goal kick ang mangyayari rito. So far, a very good first half here played by Nomads.
Pachanga also. Pero still no goals to show for para sa dalawang koponan.
Trying to work the middle of the pitch this time. Suporta ng Team Philippines na makikipag-unahan sa 2012 Xterra World Championship sa Maui, Hawaii. Vote for the 2 triathletes you think deserve to go to Maui. At may pagkakataon na rin kayong manalo ng 50,000 pesos in cash. Watch the 5-part journey on www.youtube.com/VaselineMenPH.
Good look at Manuel Anthony Saubak, goalkeeper, Pachanga Diliman, wearing jersey number 2. Ariel Zerudo on your screens. Ariel Zerudo scoring 19 goals last season.
At syempre, naasahan na naman siya na makapag-umpisa ng kanyang scoring binge dito sa season na to.
Oh, that is a bad ball.
And that's going to be an own goal. And nakita natin, that was total miscommunication. Hindi alam ni Ashime na lumabas yung goalkeeper at kita mo, pinasa sa kanya. Very coolly headed backwards.
Ashime, wow, kakasabi natin na rock on defense. But that time, a miscommunication between him trying to hit the ball back. Saubak nowhere to be found. What a goal for Nomads. Kulang nga sila ng player. It took the Pachanga player rather to score a goal for them.
That was total miscommunication there by the last line of defense and Saubak, yung kanilang goalkeeper. You can show that again and again and again, and you know, obviously talagang wala ka na magagawa ron.
And Yves Ashime, well, on his end, expecting the goalkeeper to clean up the work. Wow, shock result so far.
And now parang nabuhayan itong kumparan ng Nomads. All of a sudden, more zip in their legs.
Nakakatuwa sinasabi natin that medyo shock so far. 1-0 lang Nomads versus Pachanga Diliman. Samantalang ang Nomads naman ang first division team and Pachanga is supposed to be the new boys, second division champions. Kaya lang it's a manner of how Pachanga totally dominated the second division. Kaya sinasabi natin na on paper looks like Pachanga has the advantage.
And not only that, pati yung mga players ng Nomads, I'm sure even their coaching staff will admit the fact that medyo in today's game, medyo dehado nga sila dahil yung kanilang mga inaasahan na starters wala rin sa araw na to.
And yet the scoreline leads 1-0 para sa team in green.
Well, kung experience ang hahanapin mo, di obviously sasabihin mo talagang it is favoring Nomads. Here Pachanga, a little bit now pressed to come up with a better showing. Foul na itatawag dun.
You see number 21, Luis Infante, racing down to help the defense. There on the right side of your screen. Yan ang instruction sa kanila ni Coach Mick Denison. You need just to pack the midfield and help out on defense. Keep it tight, sabi nga nila ni Mick Denison.
Well, ang pinaka-importante though, right now, this is going to be one of the few opportunities para sa koponan ng Pachanga for a set piece.
Wall has to be 10 yards away.
Let's see what they do. That shot straight at the wall.
Wall holds, and here's a breakaway.
1 against 3 though. Nice pass. Waiting for some friends. Secondary attack.
Nomads attempting a second wave sa kanilang breakaway. Iba talaga nagagawa ng isang goal kasama ng Anthony.
Talaga.
Tumataas talaga ang kumpiyansa ng team. And if ever they needed a shot in the arm, talagang binigay sa kanila from the unlikeliest of sources na si Yves Sashime ng Pachanga.
Right now, I'm sure he's still shaking his head. There's another header backwards. I don't think that's what Ashimi wants to do at this stage. Have another header going backwards towards his goalkeeper, unless he's exactly sure kung nasan siya.
Safety first para sa Nomads.
Cerudo thinking about taking this quickly. Nice turn. Nice chip. There's an opportunity.
Free throw clock rising to the occasion. Denying Pachanga.
Here's a chance for Pachanga. Pero wala talaga yung kanilang build-up. Talaga naiipit, ano?
So far, Nomads has been clogging the midfield. Masikip masyado sa midfield. Talaga Nomads making sure that Pachanga cannot play those passing lanes. Disrupting the flow ng Pachanga offense.
Ito naman may papasok na bago. Number 24. Itong si Janrick Soriano ay papasok. Kanyang papalitan si Zagi, who got injured in the very first play of this match.
Obviously a sub that the coach didn't want to make, forced to make. Janrick Soriano, formerly of the Homeless World Cup, naglalaro na ngayon for Pachanga.
That time Infante went down looking for some help. May tawag yung referee, pero yung tawag ng referee hindi para sa kanyang koponan, para sa Pachanga.
You can see Pachanga trying their luck in the midfield, in the middle of the field rather.
Looking to switch the play, no.
Pero napakaraming nakaberde sa gitna. And this is where the width of the pitch comes in. Because hindi mo na mahatak, hindi mo na ma-stretch yung field. Cannot stretch the players of the defense.
At nabanggit mo naman yun, no? You know, in this particular instance, with the depleted lineup that Nomads has, obviously, it's advantage Nomads itong mas malit na pitch.
That is a good ball.
Nice play, but the flag comes out.
Good idea. Magmula kay number 21 na si Luis Infante, trying to find number 12 na si Jason Arroyo. Sa harap natin yun mismo kasama Anthony.
Nauna lang ng konti, ano?
Konting-konti lamang, but a good idea from Nomads.
Diop ngayon may bola. Looking to try to get it back. Nasa gitna na siya, nag-aantay. Medyo masikip na yung pwesto na yun.
Some second motion from Nomads players number 15, Paulo Enrile.
Si Enrile mabibigyan ng yellow.
So far, 2 Nomads players with the yellow card. Sabi nga natin yung bench nila not the deepest. That is a tackle from behind. Talagang tumalsik. Player ng Pachanga Diliman.
At kita mo talaga, you know, there didn't even seem to be any attempt to get the ball whatsoever. Napakarami ng mga pagkakataon nitong kupunan
Para sa
ng Pachanga, but let's see if they can actually try to do something to challenge.
Para sa akin, that yellow card was a bit unnecessary. Pagka merong mga systematic fouling na sinasabi sa football, at that time, I don't think that was one instance na systematic fouling yon.
First corner opportunity dito para sa Pachanga, and Frisco easily takes hold of that.
Si
Si
Friso
Clock.
napakalaking tao niya. From our angle, parang pag tumayo siya, abot na niya yung bar.
Halos eh. He's done well so far at goal. Nice ball, trying to send it wide, and really will not be able to control that one.
Nasanay siya sa dimensions ng Rizal. But then again, Pachanga, of course, playing in the second division last season, sanay sila sa maliit na field because they're playing majority of their games sa BGC turf.
Ito mo ginagawa ng Nomads, just clearing it there. They're going to be very happy to go into the halftime break with a 1-0 advantage. At mga 5 minuto na lang po natitira bago nun.
Definitely, if they can hang on to this lead.
Well, no serious challenge really coming from Pachanga.
So far, yung mga passes nila, not really finding their mark. And credit goes to the defense now of Nomads. A few words from Connolly on your screens.
Hashimi there with dagger looks. Ganda ng ikot ni Diop. Kahanap ng katulong. Finding Zerudo there. Zerudo though loses it there to the end, but it's going to be a corner.
Last ditch tackle from this man. Saving the day for Nomads. That's Danny Williams.
Let's see if they can have a much better corner. Talking about itong kupunan ng Pachanga, one of the rare opportunities they have, or they've had here in the first 45 minutes of action. At foul ang itatawag.
Can't blame Pachanga for being a little bit frustrated so far in this 40 minutes of play.
Hindi napansin ni Clock na nabigyan na siya ng ibang bola. He was actually going out for the original ball.
Tingin mo ba hindi niya napansin yun?
That's true. Baka nag-aakselan din ng oras.
Of course, just letting the seconds tick as we near and approach halftime.
Maybe the most 2 minutes will be added on. Pero kung akong tatanungin mo, ba dapat siguro 1 minuto na lang.
Gusto ko yung shorts ni Fizo Clock.
There's Hashime once again. His miscue together with, if you actually ask me, miscue rin kasi talaga ng goalkeeper yun because it's the goalkeeper that's behind. And so the goalkeeper should be aware of what your teammate wants to be able to do.
And yung defender ang una sa bola kaysa sa goalkeeper. The goalkeeper has to go a long way out, farther than the defender, who of course will be the first one to the ball. So it's always a defender's ball.
Talagang dapat hindi lumabas si Sobak dun eh. But again, that does happen, especially in the early part of the season. Hindi pa nagkakaamuyan yung mga players eh. Unfortunately for them, it's one mistake that they will be able to at least rue, at least until this stage.
And you can see the Nomads player down on the field, Yves Hashime. Ano mo, maling choice sa dalawang kupunan na to na magsuot ng white shorts ngayong araw na to eh. Sobrang daming tulakan and part of the game, of course.
That was clearly a foul there on Hashime. And you can see the Nomads players are really going to take their time getting up.
Another set piece. Medyo may kalayuan ito.
Medyo gusto na magmadali nitong Pachanga. They want to be able to have a couple of more opportunities bago matapos yung ating first half. One of the rare times they go to a long ball.
They should probably use that more because yung short passing game nila is not doing them any favors right now.
Pero problema, itong kupunan ng Nomads ang may hawak na naman ng bola. And it's Nomads still. No, dispossessed.
That is a good ball.
There's an opportunity here. Defense trying to react.
Looking for the secondary wave. Looking for some help.
And quickly cleared.
He's onside.
Trying to look for a breakaway on the other end. The chip, eksakto kay Sobak.
Sobak had to be assured na makuha ang bola dahil nandun si Luis Infante. Good recognition from Nomads winger there.
Might be the last chance for an attack here para sa Pachanga.
And right on cue.
At wala na nga idadagdag yung ating referee. Hindi, sabi tuloy pa rin daw. Still trying to get confirmation kung ilang mga minuto ang dadagdag dito para sa ating first 45 minutes of play. Fast approaching the 45-minute mark.
Napaka-interesting sigurado ng pag-uusapan ng Pachanga Diliman sa halftime break.
Sabi nga ng mga eksperto, ng mga critics, sabi nila after the first half, siguradong 2-0. Lamang ang Pachanga rito sa Nomads. Isang minuto daw ang idadagdag. Which is just about right.
That's why it's said that football is played on the field.
You know, nothing is really going for Nomads here entering this match. Katulad nga nasabi natin, depleted na yung kanilang lineup. At the same time, a lot of their starters not available for today's match for one reason or another.
And yet the scoreline reads 1 for Nomads, 0 para sa Pachanga Diliman.
Malapit na po matapos ang ating first half. Let's see if Pachanga still wants to have one opportunity here. One final chance. This one onside. Doon sa may kanang bahagi. They send it and that's going to be long.
Harmless ball.
Your thoughts here in the first half?
Well, Nomads had a game plan. Alam nila na kulang sila sa tao. They wanted to just clamp down the midfield, just make it tight, make it difficult para sa Pachanga to make their passing game. And so far, they have succeeded. Yung own goal ni Shim, I think it's a big, big bonus para sa kanila. For Pachanga naman, I think they have to have a different change in style, I think. Medyo direct approach ang kailangan nila. Of course, the absence of Freddy Gonzalez will be a blow, but they have a lot of players there who can take up the slack.
Katulad nga na pinag-usapan nga natin, you know, if you look at it man for man, talagang dahil, especially since kulang itong kupunan ng Nomads, this should be an overpowering performance para sa Pachanga. Pero yun nga po na makikita po natin, first 45 minutes of action is done here at the Marikina Sports Park. And the fans of Marikina, here at Marikina, tuwan-tuwa dahil makikita po natin lamang po ang Nomads. 1-0 at a half.
Thank you, Anthony and Ryan. Back to Football Mania, and quite an interesting first half dahil ang nakita natin, we were hoping for some goals but it did not go the way as planned ang nangyari na sa goal na yun.
True. And if you think about it, nakascore din naman ang Pachanga. Yun nga lang.
Sa kanilang goal.
Own goal. Own goal. Miscommunication lang talaga. Kaya it shows you that it's not just the skill of the player. It's how you play as a team that matters then.
Yeah, speaking of communication, a couple of people have communicated through us through Twitter, and go ahead, Joanne.
Let's read this. It says from Cheesecake 16, UFL Philippines, full of talented players, needs more exposure and experience, but once they have it for sure, they will be a team to beat.
Yan, alam mo, yan ang importante, no? You have your national squad, but you also have to have a very strong local league to be able to support yung national squad mo. Para yung mga players hindi mawawala yung skills nila, because you know when you're inactive, mawawala rin yung skills ng mga players.
And actually sa mga liga sa iba-ibang around the world, pag sinabi mong kunyari Manchester United or